Hello YouTube, it's Tony. So today I'll be showing you a Char Training Cave guide for 2018. This requires 91 firemaking as well as the Firemaker's Curse quest complete. So the location is at the Char's Cave, which is south of Eagle's Peak. You can get there directly by using the Book of Char teleport, which is only available once a day. Otherwise, you can just use 6H circuit and then go north, and this should be the second Char Cave north. Now the first one is blocked out though. If not, then you can just use Eagle Peak's lodestone and then run a little bit south. So what to bring? Well, you want to bring Ring of Fire and Flame Gloves, which will give you 5% more firemaking XP, as well as any item with mobile perk. This then allows you to surge more often basically. You can also bring an empty pitch can, which is pretty optional, but it's only used for charging them. So I'm going to be explaining how this minigame works. First, you're going to enter the cave, and you're going to talk to Char and she'll let you do the training. Second time onwards, you can just simply right click and quickly start the training session. Yeah, pretty much just grab the pitch can, and once you start, just jump over the steps. So you're going to light fires using the pitch can, and you'll get 5 minutes per session. There will be shapes you can choose to light, so just see the Wikipedia page for the shapes. Ideally, it's best to put the pitch can on the action bar, and yeah, for anyone who's curious, both the Make Fire and Make Fire Here option are actually the same thing nowadays. It used to be that such you moved a square when you're making a fire, but I don't know what happened. Either way, you actually stay on the same spot nowadays. So after you finish lighting each shape, you'll get a huge firemaking XP drop, and the flames will be extinguished, so essentially it's just resetting the arena. You can either try the same shape or a different shape. Anyways, once the 5 minutes have run out, you'll be teleported back to the starting point, and yeah, you can just restart again. Basically, this used to be a weekly distraction and diversion, but nowadays you can just do it an unlimited number of times. Alright, so here's a strategy, and there are two different strategies. The first one is the XP lean strategy, and the second one is the profit lean strategy. From the moment you right click, the timer starts counting down, so you want to immediately just get there as soon as possible. What you're going to do is face the camera angle south, and then you're going to surge, then move one square to your right. This basically gives you a kickstart. So on every square, just try to click the center of the square, and then light the pitch can from your action bar. This pretty much ensures that the fire you're trying to light is on the square you're standing, instead of attempting to light the corners. It also reduces the chances of lighting it on the wrong square. The main shape you want to go after are the spiral shapes. I know it does take a while to memorize the shape pattern, but you could always take a picture of the pattern and then put it on the side of your screen. You're only going to go in one direction, and when you complete the shape, like I said, the arena is going to reset, so just keep making fires in the opposite direction. You know how when you're finished you do get a chat box, right? Well, just click the square quickly so that way it closes the chat box faster. Now if the chat box says there's less than 1 minute remaining, this should be your last spiral shape. It generally takes under 40 seconds for each spiral if you're doing it properly. With the extra time remaining, just use it to make a diagonal cross. With that being said, you should be able to get 7 spirals plus 1 diagonal shape in each 5-minute run. I even had some minor misclicks and it still worked though. Alright, so for the profit strategy, well, same thing for beginning. Just click start and immediately jump. This time when you surge, you're going to click either the left or right corner square. Then you're going to start making a line fire diagonally from your direction. Now I would try to leave the middle square empty first, although I actually did light a fire on that. When you completed the diagonal line, you're going to click one square any direction straight and then hit surge. You should now be able to land on a square on another corner. So yeah, you're just going to finish the second diagonal line. Now I did mention at first you want to leave the middle empty, right? Well, if it's lit, you're going to have to walk a few squares around, making it a little bit slower. Once you're done, just go the opposite direction and repeat. Each cross should take under 20 seconds. Ideally, it's better to have the mobile perk because that way it allows you to surge more often. With that being said, you should be able to get 16 crosses on a 5-minute run. So I would say you can average 11.5 runs per hour if you were to account for the downtime between starting games. For the XP strategy, you'll get 64.2k XP per run, making it 738k firemaking XP per hour. It also gives you 8 rolls for the pitch can reward, as well as 800 charges to empty pitch cans. For the profit strategy, you'd get 46.8k XP per run, which equates to 538.3k XP per hour firemaking. It also gives you 16 rolls for the pitch can reward, as well as 1,600 charges to empty pitch cans. I honestly think as a whole this isn't the best firemaking XP overall, but it's free as well as doesn't require any logs. I'd say it's on par with Jidinko's Superheat form at Curly Roots, but Superheat form does give you woodcutting XP as well, because yeah, you're cutting the roots basically. For the pitch cans, I'm not really sure about the drop rate, but I heard it's quite rare as a drop. I think the more shapes you complete, it means more chances, Either way, for the profit strategy, it's essentially doubling up the charging speed, meaning that you'll get more profit per hour by filling more pitch cans. As for the GP per hour, well, I'm not really sure what it is overall, as the prices do keep fluxing often for pitch cans. I think it's around 500k GP difference between a charge and an uncharged pitch can. Anyways, let me know how many tries it took you to get a pitch can. But yeah, I do have raw footage of me doing both strategies, and I'll leave the links in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope it helps. If I missed anything, feel free to ask.